What is going on, everybody? My name is Captain Lyside. You're on the Wheel2Wheel YouTube channel. Welcome back for yet another Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening worth of racing. Tonight you'll find us at Dragon Trails. I was about to say Seaside. This is Gardens. And we are here for our usual 3-race setup, so 2 10-lappers and 1 20-minute. So in the comms box with me tonight is Flossie, making a bit of a return, mate. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. Looking forward to it. Should be a good race.
Yeah, it really should. This split is really packed. There's a couple of movers and shakers, some from Div 1, some from Top Split, some from Split 3, so it's really good to see people moving about. Before we get too far into it, though, I will welcome Fine Moves. He's on our visuals tonight.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Yeah, good, mate.
Race 2 this evening. Second split.
Yeah, you're doubling it up, aren't you? Going back to back.
Yeah, why not? I don't do the double session too often, so yeah, why not?
You're good at it, so why not, right?
That's it.
So
some big players tonight here in second split.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm keeping my eye on a few people. Rexy, Tombo, Tate's. They're all Div 1 spec. We've seen Midrisky as well. He's moved up from Split 3.
Oh yeah, he's impressive, man. Midrisky.
Yeah, he killed it last week at Suzuka, so I don't want to put the commentator's curse on people just yet, but for the fear of the fact that I've already done it by mentioning his name, it's good to see him moving up. He's certainly got the pace. So aside from that, who do you think's going to take out Quali, or anybody else you might have your eye on?
Oh man,
Rexy's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah,
like we know his talent.
I'm going to go with Tombo, I think.
Yeah, Tombo.
Both of them have certainly shown their pace. It's really showing how much quicker the league as a whole is getting by the fact that these guys are in our second split. So yeah, it's certainly getting tough out there, and those boys, they're not slow. Tombo, even though he is on controller, he's still been able to certainly hang with the big boys. Just unfortunate that a couple of bad rounds, or ultimately another couple of people with good rounds has ended him back in split 2, but nothing on his pace. So yeah, certainly one to keep an eye out. So we should be getting kicked off in a second. We see Flossie still in the race host and comms for us tonight. So
Bloody
we're in control.
Two hats, mate. 2 hats.
Yeah.
Gitman's celebrating his Div Split 2 debut, I think.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen Gitman up here before. I'm sure Dragon will be missing out on the puns that could come from his name.
It's an interesting choice of car that he's in as well, that Renault.
It is, yeah. It's quick, but it's not lightning top speed, so
No.
yeah,
It'll be interesting
it's going to be a tough season.
How he handles those sausage curves as well, because the MR cars, they don't typically like to be thrown around too much.
No, not overly. Even some of the front rear cars can tend to come unstuck on this track with these sausages. I know I'm in the XL or the Hyundai Genesis this season, and it's actually pretty good. So these guys might have their hands full with the MRs. But we'll do a quick run through the field. I think everyone is in the order that they should be. Yeah, so right up front, Rexy, right out the gates already. He's leading our pack. Right out, clean air, no one behind him, so he doesn't have to worry about giving anyone slip. It's just him, 3 laps of qualifying, so fingers crossed he can put something together. Again, big shout out to that My Little Pony live. It's certainly one you can't miss on track. In a bit of a battle already is Evil One for Sunday Casuals in their fantastic Milo livery. In third place we have Cloakade. They are shake and bake, so he's repping the Old Spice on the Corvette.
Yep. Fourth, we've got another Sunday casual Milo in Midrisky. Looks like he's about to go past Cloakade. No, pulls out of it. Fifth, we got Tate in the Dodge Viper. That's Marchie's. Is it Marchie's Pit Racing or
Marchie's Pit Crew? Yeah.
Yep. Suit Lad in 6 in that really, really cool looking 911 vaporware aesthetic for V Corsa.
Yeah, I absolutely love those liveries that team has put out. Again, props to Adam V for coming up with style. Tombo, who we've mentioned before, is following sort of closely to Suit Lad. He might be in a position, if he gets a good lap in, to get a bit of slip from the car in front, but he's again shake and bake racing. They're well represented here tonight. Following sort of closely behind again as well is Zuzu. He's in a Jag. Those things are absolutely rockets off the line. So it's if he's in the front few rows and Rexy's on the front row, then yeah, he'll certainly be one to jump up real quick. Again, following him is Zedi in 9th. Again with Dam Racing. Sorry, Zoo is in Dam Racing as well, and Zedi in the same team in the Jag as well.
Yep. In 10th we've got Troy. So he's in the Lexus. What is that? A nice Corona bloody Fanatec livery, the red and black. Looks nice. Then we've got Gimpman, as we said earlier, in that Renault. Another privateer. And then rounding out in 12th is our international Das Patron, or Patron, in the Z4, I think that is.
Yeah, it is. He's gone with a brave choice. Yeah, it's probably one that a lot of people wouldn't have chosen, but it's also why it's ended up in the privateer pool. But hey, he's been able to hang with split 2 guys, so he's certainly shown his pace right out of the bat. But Rexy coming out with an absolute flyer. That actually beats my top split quali by about 6/10. So Rexy certainly not hanging around by anyone. Zoo coming in 3/10 behind as well, holding out second place at the moment.
Quite a few of the guys in the 29s, which is good to see.
Yeah, real good to see. Actually,
yeah, Clocade, he's been another one to watch, hasn't he?
Yeah, Clocade's a real quiet, dark horse, I feel.
Yeah, he's certainly a quiet achiever. These two going at it, so I'm not too sure who's on a better lap between Clocade and Evil One. It's tough. I mean, you want to get that position if you're on a flyer, but battling with someone in quali is certainly a way to ruin both of the laps that you're on. So I would expect Evil One just to sit back, maybe give a couple of tenth gap and pick up on that slipstream from Clocade and potentially even beat him in quali. So slip around here, if you time it correctly, can be worse. 3 to 4 tenths, depending on how quick the driver is in front. So giving each other no room, and it's now bringing in who is that? Evil One is followed by
Tate.
Those two. Yep. So Medruski's gone very wide there. I'd be surprised if that's not a pen. Nah,
I think he's got away with it.
So yeah, this slipstream train is looking out to be huge. Evil One's gone wide in the last turn. Tate's getting in real nice and tight there.
Tate gave a little bump.
Oh, Rexy! Improving again in
28.9.
free air. He has got no one in front of him, no one around him, and he pulls out the 29.
28.9 as well.
28.9. Oh, Tate too. See,
Tate even gave Medruski a bump through that last corner.
Troy up to 4th. Man, there's some great times coming through here. Tombo was...
Yeah, Tombo with the 29.2 as well. He's certainly showing his pace. Only a marginal difference between him and Troy, and then Troy and Zoo. And then even Zoo and Clocade, there's only a 10 between them. Tate in first. He's sitting there idle at the exit of the chicane, the infamous sausage chicane. It's claimed its first victim already. Gibbs looking like he's going very slow as well behind him. So something's gone wrong with himself there.
So can Rexy improve on his?
Oh man, if he can improve on his, I think he might even take... Actually, honestly, I think a 28.9 was top split pole. So if he improves on this,
he's only 7 thousandths behind Tate. So
yeah, he just needs a marginal improvement on his final flyer here. I haven't seen his split times. He may be up. Takes wide entry into the final turn. Wants to really prioritise that exit too. Get as much power down as quickly as he can. Uses all of that curve. What's he going to pull out here? He comes flying down the line. He does. He does.
Good on you, Rexy.
Wow, Rexy improves by just that amount he needs. Clocade improves as well. Evil One improves. Suit Lad. Wow.
Tombo.
29.3. 29.0 from Tombo as well. So this
Troy goes up.
Front end of the grid. Troy as well. So Suit Lad did pip Troy there for a little bit, but Troy answered right back and said, I'll take that spot.
Couldn't improve.
Yeah,
and the last two to cross will be Gimp and Tate, which I don't think they're going to improve either.
I don't think either of them are on flyers here at this point.
Yeah, that's it.
No, they're not. So yeah, qualifying, Rexy takes it out. 28.8. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. That is a fantastic flyer.
Alrighty.
Honestly, I think the action is going to be hanging around the front still. Rexy is surrounded by cars that get good takeoffs. Being the Dodge, the Viper.
That Dodge is going to fly.
And
he
the
should get
Vantage,
defensive.
the Lexus, the Porsche. Yeah, the M6 doesn't get off the line very well, but he's certainly shown to wrangle it around this track, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. But yeah, we'll hang on for the front and we'll see how turn 1 goes for the boys. Alright, lights out and we're off. Rexy actually gets a really good start. He's figured that car out. He's only getting swamped by Tate here. He should be able to slot in behind and not get caught up in the drama that is all unfolding behind him. We're seeing cars go 2-3 wide here between Troy, Zedi, Cloquet. Man, there's a massive pack as we filter into turn 2. Oh, Zoo's getting a small nudge. Oh, Zoo's been able to gather it back up. Cloquet's getting a nudge now.
Oh no,
that's unfortunate.
That is a lot of cars in a very small amount of space, and unfortunately,
Troy
has
looks
come
to
off
be
second best.
redressing for Cloquet, so I think he's accepted that responsibility.
Oh gosh,
that's hard.
Unlucky, man.
It's such a hard position to be in too, because you're surrounded by cars, so you don't know if it is you or not. But yeah, big hats off to Troy for putting his hand up and saying yes, I was involved in that. Apologies, Cloquet. Let's work together and catch up.
Yeah.
So back from in the lead, Tate's been able to get ahead of Rexy. He must have been able to get that done.
Yeah, right off the line.
He got that done right off the line. Yes, so Rexy is going to be tailing on. Tate is on controller from what I'm aware, so his tyre wear might be one to look out for towards the end of the race.
He is already showing a little bit of wear, but again, that's first lap wear.
Yeah, very much so. And I mean, I've been in practice with Rexy all week, and he is lightning quick. He's very difficult to keep up with. Also in their slip is Tombo, so he's gotten off to a rocket ship start as well. We can see the Dan boys slightly behind, but they're still both in the Jag, both with great top line speed. So they work together. They might be able to get back into this league. Zedi's wide. He's going to pick up dirty tyres.
Yeah, he's lucky that's not a penalty zone.
Yeah, Gran Turismo can be ruthless with its penalties.
He's going to let Zoo go here.
There we go. So a bit of team orders there. He's letting the team boss through to be able to get up into that first position. Into that fourth position.
Oh, Gipman's having a look down the inside of Das Patron. Yep, makes it stick.
So Gip for ninth has been able to get through and around Patron. It's going to be homing in on Evil One now. So yeah, there's battle packs forming all throughout here, but unfortunately, Cloquet and Troy tailing the field still.
I mean, Cloquet's not too far back. He's only just under 2 seconds, so considering he had a full 360 turnaround, he's not doing too bad.
Well, I certainly know how it feels to loop it on lap 1, race 1, so Cloquet, keep your head down, it does get better from here. See Midrisky closing in on Zedi for 5th now. Where Zedi's still in that slip of his team boss in the Jag ahead. There's 3 Jags down the straight, it's going to be tough. Midrisky's just going to play it smart, play the long ball as he goes for fastest lap, at a minute 30.2.
That's good race pace. That's really good race pace.
That is fantastic race pace for Div 2, Split 2.
And Rexy's taking the lead at T1, so he's going to lead them through the chicanes.
Ooh! Tate taking a lot of that sausage curve there, and he's getting wild on exit. It opens him up for an attack from Tombo, but with that slip of the BMW, I think he might just be able to hold out. Tombo... Tate's almost looking down the inside of Rexy. He's on the inside line there, but it's going to be compromising on the exit.
Yeah, I think Tate went a bit defensive there because he was worried about Tombo.
And rightfully so too. I mean, Tombo's no slouch, so if those two don't do too much battle, they'd be worse. Oh no!
Tate's gone!
Oh, he gathers it back.
No, wow.
I think that was a slight touch. It wasn't an intentional touch.
Tombo.
Oh, that was close. Tate did fantastic to keep that on course there as well as he did, but he's now coming under fire from Zoo into this final hairpin. Final double hairpin. He's going to defend hard.
Very shallow.
He's going to compromise him on mid-corner speed.
He's parked it very well though. Parked it very well on that apex.
Yeah, fantastic vision from both drivers to be able to keep it clean through there. But now I've got a slipstream of 4 cars here, 3 of them being Jags. Jags are just monstering the field. Keeping it clean through turn 1. Rexy's got out to a comfortable 1.3 second lead on Tumbo as well, so we'll see.
So with that clean air, he also managed to set a purple lap.
Oh wow, yeah, he did too. Minute 30.0. I mean, oh no, tape. He's gone wide on the exit of the chicane. He's around. He's sitting in 7th.
Oh, no.
So yeah, that hands a whole bunch of positions.
Go to a replay on that.
Tape.
So yeah, he's coming up through the sausage chicane. Clips the first one, all right. Second one looks all right. He's just got a bit wide. Once you go a bit too wide there and get that edge of track, it's just super slippery. Yeah, he lost it.
Yeah, that hurts. I know several people who don't like that chicane. There is a chicane of death, and actually looks like it goes across both Dragon Trails, but Seaside is known as chicane of death, and these just I don't even know what we call these, sausages of death. I've got to come up with a better name.
I don't think I can say it on stream. So
yeah, well, we need to come up with a PG name for it, I think. So that gap for first place is nearly opened out to 2 seconds. Correction, sorry, 1.7 as Tombo gets a great exit onto the start-finish straight, but Rexy's been able to open that up again with a 29.9. So Rexy with the consistency. Once he got clear of Tate on lap 2, he set a minute 30.01 and minute 29.9. That is unfathomable race pace for what is nearly a full tank of fuel.
Yeah,
actually, sorry, lap 4.
And he's really doing well with his tyres as well, Rexy. He'd have nearly the best tyres in the lead, like the top 8 cars. So
yeah, Midrisky also doing very well on his tyres, sitting in 5th. He's coming under fire by Suitlad here. Shows the nose, but his nerves of steel coming into this hairpin is not going to get him offline just yet. It's going to be tough here for Suitlad. He's in the back of this slipstream train with Zoo, ZD and Midrisky in front of him. Yeah, unless someone makes a mistake, I don't see an overtaking opportunity opening up here.
No.
But yeah, Suitlad doing very well. I don't think he qualified as high as what he is, so definitely one of the movers and shakers of race 1 here. Showing his nose, that highlights the differences between the racing lines that you have to take between a front engine rear-wheel drive car and a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car. It's certainly difficult to drive around each other because you're braking in different spots and you're turning in at different spots, so yeah, any edge you can get.
It's great seeing these guys keep it clean but keep it close as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And this track is actually very technical. There's a lot of straights here which can pull back a little bit of a gap, but you make a small mistake in a corner and you can lose that slipstream so easily.
Speaking of losing the slipstream, ZD has dropped off the slip of Zoo.
He has. It's going to open him right up to an attack from mid and Suitlad. Oh no,
he's got a penalty.
He's got a penalty too. Oh,
that's unfortunate.
That chicane is just being ruthless here tonight. So there we go. So that frees up Suitlad and Midrisky to go for battle for 5th here. Suitlad's sending it down the inside, gets alongside easily.
No contact.
Easily in that braking zone. It makes a smooth attempt. Midrisky's got a better exit here, and they've got to go side by side through these complex corners. Nobody giving an inch. Is a crisscross going to happen for Suitlad here?
He goes for a double cutback.
Wow.
Oh,
Midrisky going wide. Gives the position across the Suitlad with the better exit. Man, they're still going nose to tail.
Far out.
Man, they slot in so well, those two drivers. They know exactly where the nose of their car is, and they've just... Suitlad, fantastic vision to be able to play the long game through those corners.
Midrisky having a look now.
Oh, this battle. Midrisky's gone for the inside here. Suitlad again with the crisscross. Oh, they're going to go side by side. The Porsche has got the top end legs, but it may not have the acceleration. They're still going to go to... No, they're not. Suitlad does slip back in behind Midrisky for another lap.
Great driving, Midrisky, man. This is top form.
Yeah, as we said at the start, a Div 3 driver showing his pace now in Split 2, sorry. But he's really not backing off from the challenge.
He's not. He's moved his way up, and he's showing him that it's certainly where he belongs. So sitting in fourth out of this field is yeah, very good effort so far.
Oh, nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. So what's the gap to? Yeah,
3.5 seconds, just under.
Bit of a gap up to Zoo. 3 laps in the dying stages of race 1 is going to be a very big ask to catch on. But either way, fourth. Yeah, fantastic effort. I think Zoo is actually closing in on Tombo here. Tombo's tyres looking just a little bit worse for wear. This battle for second may open up in the next lap or so as we see Zoo take another couple of tenths off Tombo through his section of corners. Meanwhile, Rex is just having the time of his life, 3.8 seconds out in front.
So I looked at the gap between Tombo and Rexy maybe 4 corners ago, and it was about 3.2 seconds. And Rexy's now put 8 tenths on him by the end of the lap. So,
yeah, that's crazy. We know that M6 is an absolute rocket around those corners, so that complex at the end of second sector and start of third is absolutely ripe for making up a lap time with Rexy. So yeah, even though the Aston's very quick down a straight line, it's just not got the ability to make it over a total lap.
No. How's that battle's going? 4th and 5th.
Yeah, Suitland and Madridsky still nose to tail.
Something's happened with Gimp, man. He's fallen back behind Troy.
Yeah, he's been putting in consistent minute 33s, so I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. Maybe he's struggling to get that little Renault around the track.
Yeah, possibly.
His lap times aren't all that great.
So Clocade has done really well, hasn't he, from that first spin back on lap 1. He's up to 7th. Still 15 seconds off the lead, but he's gaining on ZD and...
even honestly, having that lap 1 spin is probably worse, and making it through the field, that would be worth at least 10 seconds. So, you know, you take 10 seconds off his time, he'd probably be battling Tombo for second or Zoo for third. So, super unfortunate for Clocade, but yeah, definitely keep an eye out on him for race 2 and 3. He'll be in a prime position, having overtaken all of those people already. He'll be ripe for race 2.
It's battle for 4th. It's looking a bit spicy.
I don't think this is going to end until the end of the race.
No, totally agree, Flossie. But yeah, Madridsky and Suitlat are still nose to tail. Suitlat with the fantastic corner speed. Those mid-rears through that fast sweeper are an absolute beast. I was racing against Dale in the top split. He was in the Ferrari, and yeah, his his turn 1 pace was incredible. We see Suitlat going with the option of avoiding those sausages on that chicane. We were talking about it earlier, and yeah, the mid-rears just don't like it. He's showing the nose again into the hairpin, trying to get a mistake from Madridsky.
Well, I think he has.
He has, yeah.
Madridsky's just gone wide and almost outbraked himself, but he's able to hold out. So yeah, Suitlat with the tactics.
Yeah, and that shows that he's on Madridsky's mind.
Yeah, he's certainly got
if
into his head.
Hadn't bit into that one, then it could have been a different ball game.
Yeah, Suitlat definitely playing those mind games, and that small mistake is just going to play into his favour even more, knowing the fact that Madridsky's looking in his rearview mirrors and paying attention to where he is. Rexy, though, just quickly want to point out that he's gone even faster again. He's done a 29.8 on race pace. So what lap was that? What's that? 5. That is phenomenal. I would not be surprised here on his final lap if he takes our fastest overall race time here for race 1. For those of you who don't know, our points are tallied across the entire league. So we do race in separate lobbies, but...
Madridsky's gone a bit wide, boys. This could let Suitlat through. No?
No, it doesn't. Madridsky's still defending against Suitlat. Suitlat takes a bit of the curb there, takes a bit of the second curb as well, gets a bit wild, so he's not going to have the run on this final stretch down to the hairpin.
Would you say that Suitlat's getting a little desperate? He really wants this position, and so he's looking to take a few more risks?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't think they're paying off. Madridsky's going deep again, but focusing on that exit and gets that power down in that Jag, being being supercharged, it is an absolute rocket ship out of the corners.
Oh, this would be great drive if Midrisky can hang on to this.
Yeah, these two have been going nose to tail the entire race.
But Rexy's only got a couple of corners to go.
Couple of corners to go. He's got a comfy 5.5 second lead, but Suitlad and Midrisky definitely where the battle is for 4th here. Midrisky going slightly defensive again. That power of the Jag. Oh, Suitlad. Oh, showing the nose again. They slot in right behind each other. Rexy does take the lead, and they're going side by side in the last turn. I think Midrisky's going to be able to hold it out. So yeah, Rexy takes the race win. Last lap. Not even one lap being in the minute 31s. Every single lap minute 30 or better. That is unbelievable. Tombo in second place with a great drive, and Zoo rounding out that podium. And yeah, Midrisky, Suitlad 4th and 5th. Midrisky being able to hold out the charge from Suitlad. ZD taking home 6th after an earlier penalty. Clocade in 7th, Patron in 8th, Troy in 9th, Evil One in 10th. Tate, with that unfortunate spin, his tyres are looking worse for wear as well, so he's dropped down to 11th. And then Gimpman is yeah, I think he might have just been off the pace tonight, rounding out 12th position.
But you can't take that away from Rexy.
Dominant performance.
Very dominant.
Took it right from the get-go. Rexy with a great overall race time, 15:08.5. I actually think that is, that's down to the 10th for top split fastest race time. So Rexy, even though he's in split 2, certainly showing his pace here tonight that he really should be back in top split. So again, big congratulations to Rex Buckingham.
Yeah, so Division 2, Rexy, yeah, he's currently 4th in Div 2. With his main competitors, Dale, Showman and Ando up ahead of him on the podium. Tombo not far behind.
Yes, so split 2 certainly heating up. There's a lot of people very close together. Ando has been able to run away with it, certainly showing his pace and,
so look,
and working his
gosh,
way
look
up
at
top
that.
split.
Yeah, so Midrisky's top of Div 3. And, yeah.
A long shot.
But, yeah, really matching it with these Div 2 guys tonight.
Yeah, he certainly is. I'm actually surprised, if I'm honest, to see Midrisky in our Div 3 on our leaderboard. So, yeah, there you go. It's actually quite decent to see. He's been able to move up and looking to move up a division on our leaderboards, not just within our splits as well. We're getting set up for race 2 here. Replays should be saved, race results should be saved, so we can all move on. Race 2, reverse grid from your finish position on race 1. So Rexy going to be in a tough position here in last place to be able to try and be that mover and shaker, bring himself back up to the front of the grid. If split 1 was anything to go by, it's an absolute train of people. If you get stuck behind too far, then it's very difficult to be able to make overtakes and to actually make them stick. So I think we'll see more battles. Midrisky and Suitlad are going to be side by side yet again. Both of those cars get a great launch off the line.
I've just seen in the YouTube chat that Untouchables might be able to make race 3.
So yeah, nice. Untouchables, big shout out there. He was unfortunate to cop some power outages. Means he was meant to be racing here with us tonight, so fingers crossed he can make at least one race and try and claw some of those points back. There we go, so getting underway, we should be kicking off race 2 in a couple of minutes, I think, Flossie.
Yeah, I'll give the guys 2 minutes.
Get used to
it's gonna be
used
good
to the
to
time
see
difference.
It's gonna be good in this reverse grid, see what Rexy and Tombo can do. Working their way through the field.
Yeah, we didn't get to see those guys overtake a great deal, so
no, Rexy's certainly had the run. He did get one overtake done on Tate, and then it was unfortunate Tate was unfortunate with that spin. But yeah, Rexy, his BMW there is very good under brakes, so would expect to see him getting some manoeuvres done.
Yeah, Troy's going to be one to watch too, isn't he? Because he'll be starting up the front.
He will, yeah. Both Troy and Cloquet, I think they'll be towards front. I actually can't remember where they
Yeah,
finished.
Cloquet's
that
a bit
race.
further back, but because he did make a few positions back. I think Cloquet
He
got
did,
back up
yeah.
to 6th or 7th.
Tate,
Yeah, so
Tate
Cloquet
is still
did
on the
finish
front row.
seventh. Yeah, Tate again.
Oh yeah, true.
In that Viper too, they got off to a great start, so... What's he surrounded by? He's got an RCF, yeah, with Troy and an F-Type with Evil One, so... Both of those drivers are going to be... Or all three of those drivers are going to be one to watch once we get race 2 underway. Hopefully Tate doesn't fall victim to that chicane and keeps it together. He should be in a good spot for a decent result in race 2.
Here we go, boys.
Race 2 getting underway. Oh, my screen's bugging out again. I might get you to call this one, Flossie. My spectate screen is bugging out.
So who are we on with, Finals?
Good question. Maybe who we got? I reckon it might be good
Troy
to
in
jump on
fourth?
with.
Yeah, Troy.
Sure.
Alright, there we go. I'm back on board.
Ah, nice.
Revs are coming up. Lights are up. And
They're
lights
off.
out and they're off. Yeah, so as predicted, Tate getting a good start. Troy getting a good start as well.
Cloquet.
Yeah, that Corvette is so quick.
They're an absolute rocket off the line as well. Already side by side with Troy. Everyone's
Troy
keeping
hangs
it-
onto it though.
Troy hangs on to it for now. Oh, still side by side. That's brave going into
Remember-
this complex of a chicane.
Oh, Troy gets clipped.
Ooh.
Remember, these two had the incident on lap 1, race 1 as well, so...
They did. It
Almost
seems like they
deja
haven't learned
vu.
anything. Yeah. Troy having to go defensive from ZD here. Patron is showing his nose as well, as is Zoo. So they're almost going 4 deep into this first
that
hairpin
is-
here.
Crazy
an absolute-
congestion there.
That is a cluster of cars. That's just allowing Tate and Gimpman to be able to get a fantastic launch out of here. Running away with first and second spots. They're slowly starting to figure themselves out. A lot of people still going 2 by 2. Zoo and Evil One for 8th. You see Tombo getting in the mix as well.
Tombo's jumped a few
Rexy.
positions.
Yeah, he has.
Rexy is unfortunate here. He can't make up too much of a position. He's trying to go around the outside of Suitlad and actually gets it done through that
Yeah,
quad
still hangs onto
right-hander. There, look at that absolute train of Jags in front of him. That is insane. Oh, we're seeing 3 wide between Evil One, ZD, and Patron there as well. Patron losing out to both ZD and Evil One. Oh, dirt dropping from Wazoo, maybe mid-risky. Oh, there's too much going on.
There's so many Jags in this little battle pack.
Isn't there just
Meanwhile,
Tombo?
yeah, Tate's got a bit of a gap back to Gimpman.
Yeah,
So those front
hopefully
three,
Tate can stay on the black
Yeah.
stuff, and because it'd be good to see what he can do with the clean race.
Oh, Rexy, he's around. He's
No.
in 11th at the moment. He's around from the chicane. They were tight going through there. There was at least 2-3 groups going side by side through the chicane, but he's around. I think Midrisky might have been involved there as well, as Midrisky's now behind Rexy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, unfortunate.
We can let's go to replay.
Yeah, we've got a replay.
I'm sure Rexy won't like us for it, but yeah, we need to figure out what happened there.
So we're on with Rexy. Goes over the first sausage. The second one he gets. Oh, he just looks like he must have got a bit of contact and into a spin. Bad luck.
Super unfortunate for Rexy there. He's still in a decent spot to score some overall points, and honestly, it's a slipstream procession here until the end. So, honestly, being this far back may not be such a bad thing for him. He's in a prime position to be able to get a frontline start, or at least towards the front of the group for race 3. Yeah, big unfortunate there for Rexy losing out in that chicane yet again.
Troy's doing well here, guys. Managed to keep it clean and out in front of all the carnage. He's looking to make a move here, maybe on Cloquet.
Showing the nose, it's so hard to get a move done when you've got 2 drivers of very equal talent around turn 1. You get the crisscross quite easily, but yeah, Cloquet's still been able to hold out Troy here. Everyone's figured themselves out, they're in a single file. Tombo's making moves, he's up to 8th already. He started 11th, if I'm not correct. If I am correct.
Yep.
Suit Lad right behind Patron again. Looking for a move. He's got to go around the outside into the hairpin here for 10th. Sorry, for 9th. Patron covering well. Again with the cutback. Can't get it done on the exit. Patron showing his class there and defending really well. Putting his car exactly where he needs to be able to keep Suit Lad at bay. Tombo closing in on Evil One for 7th there as well. Evil One in that slipstream of Zoo. It's going to be a tough pass. Otherwise,
I'm not sure what's quicker down the straight, the Aston or the Jag, because they're both very fast cars, especially in slipstream.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Cloquet on that topic is very close to being slipstream with Gimpman as well. So Gimp being able to get back onto pace, he's doing some minute 31s again, which is right where he needs to be. So
yeah,
he may fall victim to Cloquet and Troy if they don't do battle too much. I think Troy is now just settling in and waiting for his opportunity to be able to get past Cloquet, realising that there's a bigger battle on hand here. Troy takes a lot of curb again. The exit of that chicane.
Oh, he's got on the outside. Oh no, looked like he had a bit of a run there on Cloquet.
Yeah,
he's going to show the nose again. He actually does get a run, but wow, I thought he outbraked himself there. Cloquet trying to cut back. That's fantastic move by Troy. I was honestly expecting him to outbrake himself and shoot wide there, but he got it pulled up nicely, and Cloquet maybe just getting caught out having a snooze there. And they're side by side on the exit there.
Troy's a very opportunistic driver.
Wow.
He's
dangerous.
Yeah, if he sees a clean gap, you can guarantee that he's going to go.
There is no way he's not going to take it. Troy so close to dropping a wheel off the edge of that tarmac there through that quad right-hander as well. But being able to hold on, he's now just ever so close to Gimpman and getting his slip, which will be vital to staying in front of that vet. The Lexus is quick, but the vet is definitely quicker on a straight line. Being in that double slip, he's going to have to be careful he doesn't come under fire again from Cloquet. Meanwhile, Tombo's closed up on Zoo. ZD and Zoo are nose to tail yet again. Looking like ZD might try and hold on to Zoo.
Evil One relatively easily by the look of things.
Actually, yeah, all three of them did.
Not sure if Evil One had an issue.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there with Evil One.
Oh, nice run, Tombo.
There we go, Tombo making it 3 wide. Oh, he's on the
grass. Beautiful.
Zoo made it hard for him.
Any room. ZD going for the cutback on the brakes here. Thinks better of it.
Nice.
Tombo getting 2 in 1. Oh, he's gone wide on the exit. Zoo getting the power down just a little bit squirrely. Hands that position back to Tombo. It was so close. Oh, they're still going side by side here. Tombo's offline. Zoo gets a small bump from ZD to try and get him back into the mix, but no, they've looks like they've figured themselves out. Tombo being the big winner out of that battle, coming in up into 5th, starting from 11th. So 5 laps, 5 positions. Fantastic.
Cloquet's gone past Troy as well, so these two still can't sort it out.
No, they're still going nose to tail there. Meanwhile, this is just allowing Gimp to run pretty in 2nd place. He's consistently back in the 31s, which is good to see. Meanwhile, Tate is in Rexy's shoes from race 1, has been able to run away with it. Keep himself nice and calm. He's got no one to battle with but himself. He just needs to crank out some consistent lap times. And that gap I don't see closing anytime soon. And Cloquet and Troy, if they continue to battle, they're not going to be able to catch up to, let alone make a pass on Gimp either. So, Tombo and Zoo still going nose to tail, almost side by side through turn 1. So this battle for 5th really heating up still. It looks like Troy has dropped just back from Cloquet as well. Interesting to see.
Yeah, and Cloquet's right on the back of Gimpman now. Almost having a look, yep.
Oh, he's showing his nose. Those two going side by side through the hairpin. Cloquet slots back in behind, waiting for his next opportunity. I think that's a letter just waiting to be posted at sight and sealed.
Oh, yep.
Just not yet delivered.
I think that those last double hairpins, I think we're going to see the delivering, I guess.
Delivery of the send. Cloacade's got the run, but it's
quite a short straight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big gap to ask. He showed his nose, thought better of it.
Have a look at that one. Tried to sell the candy.
Didn't quite get the purchase done.
No.
Cloacade's in a very tough spot here. He's got to try and attack a mid-rear car who certainly brakes differently, and he's also got to defend from Troy if he's not careful here. Yeah, here we go. Cloacade out, offline into turn 1, trying to go side by side. Yeah, they do go side by side. Cloacade's with a smooth pass on the outside, just squeezing out Gimpman for second place. Meanwhile, Troy's going wide as well, looking for any way past. He knows it's Gimp getting sideways on the exit of that chicane.
Yeah, I think he took a little too much sausage curve there in that little Peugeot and just unsettled that rear.
Troy at the inside.
Troy making it 3 deep. Cloacaide under brakes, fantastic under pressure.
And again, these two just cannot get enough of each other.
That is incredible driving by all 3 drivers there. Unfortunately, Gimpman losing out. He's taken a lot of grass there as well. I think he's potentially going to fall victim to Tombo as well. They're both in the
he's
grass.
Got very wide.
Gimp falling victim to a few people here. Making a safe exit. Safe Go for it.
This is just all over the place. I'm trying to commentate on something, but everything's happening.
That's so hard to break down what's going on. It's all happening in an instant. Meanwhile, Rexy is certainly getting back into this mix. He's going, thank you boys for battling. This is bringing me right back into it.
But yeah, Gimpman's dropped 6 places in the space of half a lap.
That was unfortunate.
That was a crazy lap here, and it's certainly not easing up again between Cloacaide and Troy. Those two absolutely inseparable on track. I wonder if strategy is going to play out. But looking at the tyres, they are nearly identical here. Still going 2x2. Troy taking a totally different line to nearly every other driver around him. Makes him tough to drive around, but Sue and Tombo are showing their interest in this battle pack now as well.
Yeah,
Was 2, now it's 4.
second.
Certainly heating up. Troy going for another move under brakes.
He's going to hold that.
Oh, he's gotten squarely on the exit. He's around.
I cursed him.
Damn it.
Oh, the commentator's cursed. Troy is around. He's waiting until everyone's passed.
Oh, man.
That move was so nearly done on lap 8. He's just around, which opens... Well, it doesn't really open up Cloacaide at all. He's still coming very much under pressure. And, oh, no. Cloacade's off as well. I don't know what happened there, if he shot under brakes or there was taps or everyone's here in this quad right-hander.
I think he felt a disturbance in the force with his battle buddy not with him anymore.
Yes, certainly.
But Rexy's in 6.
Rexy with the recovery. Cloacaide going wide again with those dirty tyres still opens that door up right up for Rexy. Cloacaide getting squirrely on exit again. Zuzu going side by side with him. I don't know what to make of this, but all I can see is Rexy back into 5th after having a lap 2 spin. Wow.
That's a mega drive.
Again showing his class, being able to keep it clean while everybody else is doing battle. He's just, been able to pick through the gaps.
Suit Lad's wide.
Suit Lad.
Oh, Rexy's got a good run on Suit Lad.
Getting the run on the straight down to the hairpin. Suit Lad just out of speed. What do we see here? Zeddy.
I think Zeddy had a penalty.
Shortcut penalty.
Shortcut penalty as he's ghosted Rexy. Back into 3rd.
Not the best place to burn it, but...
Nah, I think Zeddy burnt it in a safe place, but Rexy and Suitlad just came up real quick, so he tried to rejoin the race line, but slightly off speed, and then all of a sudden Rexy and Suit are right on his tail again.
There's contact behind. Who's that off? Suitlad.
Oh no, Suitlad. Suitlad's around, and where is he?
Oh,
he's in 11th.
That was a.
Oh no!
I don't know what happened there.
Let's just do a replay on that. Ron with Suit Lad at the moment. So here we go. He's got ZD ahead of him. Zuzu behind him. Oh, I think he's got tapped by ZD. I don't know. Anyway, bad luck, man.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Suit Lad trying to make positions is just getting caught out. Oh, Midriski's around on the exit of the hairpin as well. Oh no, Midriski's sitting in 10th. I don't know if he got on the power too early or if there was contact there. All sorts happening here in race 2. Reverse grid certainly showing its worth and giving us some action to talk about. Troy in the pits.
Yeah, Troy's in the pits.
Interesting. He's not going to be able to make a move for fastest lap this late in the game.
I think he just doesn't like the tyres at the moment. He might just be having too much trouble to do
I actually
one
think
lap.
that was a mistake. He didn't change tyres, he didn't get fuel. I wonder how he ended up in the pits, but I honestly think that was a mistake. I'm not sure what happened there.
Final lap, boys.
Tell you what, Tate has had the race. Tate's had the race that he's wanted for a long time.
Certainly has. Clean run at it, keeping smooth and consistent. His tyre wear is a little bit worse than some of the drivers in this race, but that doesn't matter when you're 5.5 seconds in front.
No.
Tombo, second place. Rexy, third. I could only imagine where Rexy would be if he didn't have that lap 2 spin, which easily cost him 5-6 seconds, which is that gap between him and Tate at the moment. Rounding the final turn, Tate on the start-finish line, getting real close to that pit wall for the finish there. Fantastic effort, really good overall race time. Tombo rounding out second place, and Rexy with a fantastic final few laps taking out third.
We've got Zoo in 4th, followed by Cloakade and Gitman in 6th. Evil One in 7th, ZD in 8th, Das Patron in 9th, Suitlad 10th, Madriski 11th, and Troy after his accidental pit stop in 12th.
Yeah, still trying to unpack what happened with Troy there. All I can think of it was getting a bit under the power on the exit of that hairpin and just accidentally sent himself into the pit entry there. But yeah, tough race for Troy, tough race for Suit Lad. I mean, initially a tough race for Rexy, but wow, did he turn that around and pull back into a podium position. That is outstanding. There's a lot to unpack there, but again, congratulations to Tate. He was able to run away with it from the start, keep cool, calm and collected, and take that race win. He's certainly desperately needed that, and it's really good to see that he's been able to take one home tonight. And again, yeah, Tombo, Rexy, rounding out the podium. Solid drive from Rexy again. I'm super impressed.
Sorry guys, just ducked off to check that our internet's all good. A few guys commenting on the stream.
Again, it wouldn't be wheel to wheel without some tech dramas, would it?
Yeah, it's bizarre. I am on Wi-Fi, but we've got a good connection, and my download speeds were like 90, and upload was about 38 or something before we started streaming. So yeah, it's a strange one.
Yeah, it's more than ample. Interesting to.
No one else is on the. Yeah, all the other Wi-Fi's are off in the unit. So yeah, it's
no
strange.
one's stealing your valuable internet.
Nah.
I like it. Yeah, right. So reverse grid. We're seeing a few people change around from softs to mediums. Tate being one of them. Cloakade, Zoo, ZD.
I mean, what would you say the strategy is, Cap? I didn't do this race this week.
It really, I think it's the same, regardless of. Hey, Untouchables, he's joined right on cue here.
So I'm gonna have to change this to grid.
We are going to have to change that grid up. Yep. Can give you a hand with that if you like, Flossie.
Yes, thank you.
Right. So which
I just need
order do we
everyone
want to run it?
I'll need everyone to check in first.
Yep. Alright, bear with us while we sort out race 3 here, but yeah, again, comes down to strat, and it's honestly, I think it's the same nearly regardless. There was an update semi-recently with Gran Turismo where we ended up with the pit stops being extended. I know Bathurst was one track where you could nearly pit, take tyres, and end up about half a second behind the car that you were barely in front of. So the pit loss there was absolutely nothing. It didn't really represent real life. So they've made a big update, and they're sitting on about 25 to 30 seconds for a pit stop. So really it's just one stop. If you're at the back of the grid, like Tate, Rexy, Tombo, like all those guys will be, I'd certainly recommend starting on mediums. The battle packs that will inevitably form in the opening 5, 6, 7, 8 laps is not going to be one that you can avoid, and there's no point burning up your softs and then end up the race with a slow car on mediums.
So Cap, I'll just get you to who's going to start from the front for this?
So starting on the front will be Troy. So he finished 12th. He will now be first.
Troy.
Followed by Midrisky.
Yep.
And Suitlad.
Yep.
Then Patron.
Yep.
Then Zedi follows him.
Zedi. Yep.
Evil 1 behind Zedi.
Yep.
Gimp behind Evil.
Yep.
Cloquet behind Gimp.
Yep.
Zoo behind Cloquet.
Yep. Rex,
Rexy,
Tombo, Tate.
And
then Untouchables.
And then Touchy at the end, yeah.
Awesome.
Beauty. Alright, we should be
I'll
good to get underway. Sorry, go again.
No, that's right. You're right.
Yeah, so it should be good to get underway. I'm just having another scan of the grid. There's only one person who's starting on... Sorry, two people starting on softs. That is Suitlad and Patron. Oh no, I lie. Troy is on softs, Midrisky is on softs as well. So we've got 4 people out of the grid who are starting on softs, who I think are towards the front of the field. So yeah, final getting underway. Race 3. I wonder what Rexy is going to be able to pull out. If he doesn't get a spin in the chicane, be expecting him to make good moves. That M6 he was in season 6 and is outstanding on fuel and tyres. So
yeah, he's obviously very comfortable in it as well.
Yeah, he really is. They did win team champs, the team that he was in for for season 6. So yeah, again, very comfortable with it. I think we'll sit on with Suitlad in third. As far as I recall, he is on softs.
Yep.
Yeah, lights out, they're off. Suit is on softs. He's getting almost followed up by Patron there with a fantastic start. Zedi's certainly trying to show his nose as well in turn 1.
And he has. On the mediums.
Zedi making moves on the mediums already. Gimp almost getting in that mix. Tate and Rexy's making moves already. Suitlad getting squirrely. He's getting followed up on softs. Cloquet's through. I see somebody around, but I don't know who it is.
That was Evil 1.
Evil 1's around. Unfortunate for him. Just this chicane proving its absolutely ruthless nature is rearing its ugly head once again. Rexy, Suit, Tate, they're all going at it into this hairpin, trying to battle it out for 8th spot.
Tate's done well. He's managed to jump. Well, granted, Evil 1 had a spin, but Tombo and Untouchables, so...
Yeah, certainly has. Rexy and another person that's already making moves this early on in the race, even though he is on mediums. He's probably going to be loving this, provided the guys in front don't battle too much. Sit behind, save a bit of fuel, jump him into pits.
Yeah, well, I think Suitlad's going to want to battle, because he's on the softs. He needs to get past.
Going from second row all the way down to 8th, lap 1, that's not a good opening lap for him.
No.
Troy and Patron going side by side for second place there. Patron sticking in his slip, they're both on softs. Zedi closing in as well, he's in 4th, doing fantastically on those mediums. He's going to open himself up to be in a really good spot towards the tail end of this race. Zoo being our first medium runner, followed by Gimp.
No, Zedi's our first medium runner.
Oh, sorry, yes, I was just talking about that. Gimp!
Oh no!
Oh
Gimp.
no! He's getting wild on the exit. Again, that chicane proving its ruthless nature. There we go, we see Tate trying to make it... No, making a dive on Tombo.
No, he's defending. Tombo tried around the outside.
not going to get it done around there. Tate's no slouch in the braking zone.
No. And both of those guys are on controller as well, so...
They are too. That is a worthy mention. Both of those guys are doing fantastically. Personally, I can't drive around on Gran Turismo on controller anymore. I don't know how those guys can battle so tight and so clean.
Yeah, I'm flat out using a controller on Special Stage Route X or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
that truck with a 10 kilometre straight, I can't even keep a car straight with the controller. So yeah, big hats off to those guys.
Oh, Rexy.
Making moves on Cloquet there. Is that corner speed of the M6 into the braking zone just gets it done through that double right-hander. Gonna be keeping his eyes firmly set on Suitlad, who's in front. I saw a bit of a dirt drop from someone towards the front of the grid. Here's Zoo coming under fire from Suitlad, being on those softs. Suitlad's finally been able to clear a couple of drivers. Suitlad's looking for a move. No, again showing his nose. Zoo is going to be a tough driver to get on the nerves of and force a mistake. I don't see it happening. Suit with a great run down the straight. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
I think he should be able to bring it up on the softs, have later braking, higher cornering speed, so... Yeah,
as he slots in, gets it done ahead of Zoo. Zoo just having to brake that a little bit earlier because of the tyre difference. Suitlad now free to try and chase down ZD, who's also on mediums, looking to claw back that start that he so desperately needed.
So Madriski's had a good start. He's a second and a half in front of Troy. Well, up to 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, has used slightly more fuel in the opening couple of laps here, so Troy might be in a good spot. Having done 2 seasons in that Lexus, I know its good points and its weak points, and its ability to save fuel. Yeah, its ability to save fuel is actually really good. It doesn't lose too much power by giving a bit of a short shift. Suitlad really closing in on ZD there. Now only a handful of tenths. Bidrisky sets fastest lap with a minute 30.2, so he's certainly not hanging around.
No. What else is going on?
Suitlad's still on the back of ZD here. If he keeps it clean through this chicane, he should be able to get a run on the exit. Do a textbook repeat move.
He just gave a slight bump to ZD. Oh, ZD had another penalty.
Oh, ZD gets a pen.
That's one in each race so far for ZD.
I think it is, yeah. So keeps a handful of positions away. Rexy already up into 6. Gives a position to both Suitlad and Rexy there. Unfortunate for ZD.
That made it easy for Suitlad, and he didn't need to burn any more of his softs than he already has, trying to get past the field.
Yeah, certainly. Now he's only got to chase down similar runners on soft tyres, so Patron hanging on to the back of Troy for second. Patron actually in a really good spot for fuel.
Yeah,
4 laps, he's only used a
fuel.
quarter of a tank. Yeah. Meanwhile, Midvisky is showing his class as he did in the Enduro at Suzuka last weekend, running away with first place, nearly 3.5 seconds.
He has used a bit more fuel than the other guys around him. But if he can get enough of a lead, it's 11 litres per second refuel rate. So he might not lose out too much time.
No, it's not too bad when you think about it. Overall, if you can make up that pace, I mean, Biedrzycki's in a fantastic spot to be able to make use of that extra fuel as well. He's not burning it, trying to battle and get the gap on someone. Rexy getting taily for 6, trying to get a move done on Zoo, but can't quite get it. He was on his tail through the first sector, but unfortunately got squirrely on the exit of the chicane. Just gave away his first opportunity to get around Zoo.
Well, Rexy knows it's a long race. He doesn't need to make a move on lap 5.
No, honestly, Zoo is a very quick driver, so honestly, if I was Rexy, I'd almost tail him behind. The M6 is very good at saving fuel, but do that even more.
Yeah.
And continue to jump people in the pits. I honestly think he'll be in a great spot towards the end of the race. ZD was coming under fire from Cloquet, but I think something happened to Cloquet in the last couple of corners, so he's in an 8th. with Tombo and Tate for company as well.
Just who you want behind you, Tombo.
Oof. It's not a position, even though they're teammates, it's not a position I want to be in.
Yeah, that's true. They are teammates. I forgot about that.
Doesn't really mean much. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all still racing here, but Tombo's in a tough spot because he doesn't want to compromise himself with an overtake with Cloquet, but also open himself up for Tate to try and make a move. Yeah, being the middle car in this trio is a difficult spot because you don't know where to place your car to try and defend while also potentially attacking, but then the first leader may not understand what everyone else is doing. Tate getting wild on the X of that chicane again.
So now this is a 4-car battle, almost.
Yeah, Cloquet with a great run down into the hairpin. Ziti just more confident on the brakes.
Cloquet
is able to hold him off.
Not enough.
Slots back in behind. Cloquet's not hanging around. He might be pushing. He's only got a marginal amount more fuel being used. Ziti's good through this section of the course, and he's able to pull out a couple tenths.
Yeah, he doesn't have that dirty air to contend with either, which a lot of these guys are going to be feeling, especially in a 4-car long train.
Yeah, being Tate, that's a super difficult position to be in, trying to follow everyone along. Cloquet is still right on the tail of Tombo, but just not being Ziti, but not being able to get the job done.
I've just jumped forward a little bit. Suitlad's cleared Das Patron by a second and a half over, and we've still got that battle for 5th, now 4th, between Zoo, Rex and Das Patron.
Yeah, so Patron, even though he's on softs, is actually being caught by the medium runners, so maybe his choice in vehicle potentially let him down, or really just Stu and Rexy showing their pace here. Rexy, yeah, still that half a second behind, just in slip, he might be able to...
What lap would you say the softs begin to drop off and the mediums start becoming the quicker race tyre?
Oh, it's hard. I mean, looking at Rexy's pace, he was able to stick in the minute 30s for that entire race with a few laps being 29, so I'd honestly think you could, like Rexy is certainly in a position to get 12, maybe even 13 laps out of his softs, so potential for Rexy to come in here, try and get the undercut, try and get some clean air. Ooh, Rexy wide just drops a dirt into that
tyre into the dirt.
Overrun. Sorry, yeah, tyre into the dirt. I don't even know what I said, but yeah, tyre into the dirt.
Yeah, if Rexy can get that clean air that you were talking about, we know that he can do very low 1 minute 30s as he gives a bump to Zoo. But
Zoo getting squirrely on the exit with those dirty tyres. Rexy, what's he going to do? Is he... No, he's sticking out for another lap. Interesting. He's still got more than half a tank of fuel after completing 7 laps, so he's certainly got the potential to do those 13 on softs.
Put a little bit in, but...
Yeah, he'll certainly need to fuel up, but nowhere near as much as some other people around him. He's got a notable amount more fuel than Zoo, who's in front of him, and then Ziti, Tombo, and Cloquet behind him. So pit stop's going to prove vital for those boys to bring the fight to Rex. Suitlad now closing in on Troy as well, so even though he is on softs, he's not looking to hang around. That Porsche... Sorry, go.
I was going to say, Suitlad's been really pulling his weight once he got through the medium runners. Just showing the other soft runners just how quick he is. And how lucky they are.
Given that free air, he's certainly been able to show where his pace is at. So you see him come through the X of those quad right-handers. He's only a couple tenths behind Troy. This battle for second is certainly heading up. Not going to be able to get a move done.
Might get a good run. Not enough.
Does get a great exit. Just is not going to be enough. Troy trying to break that slip. Do it is one move down the start finish straight there.
No, Untouchables heading into the pits now.
Yeah, Tachi is going in on lap 8, so he's going to be finishing up his medium stint. Moving on to those...
So 13 laps on his softs.
There'll be 12 laps?
Yep,
Yeah,
sorry.
12 laps on his softs. Yep. Taking a bit of fuel as well. It'll be interesting to see where he's going to come out, as he's the first one to try the undercut.
We haven't seen Untouchables on... Oh, he's full filled it. He's really going for a push now.
Yeah, the Jack is not the greatest on fuel, so he's obviously looking to make up what he's unable to potentially with fuel saving by going that full tank, trying to go hard out for 12 laps.
But we haven't seen Untouchable's pace on the softs because he wasn't in race 1 or 2.
No, it's unfortunate there for Tachi. It's good to see him back in and trying to mix it back up for race 3. His battle for second is still going strong between Troy and Soot. They're only a few tenths between each other. The best of times.
And Zoo's now in the slip of gas again.
Honestly, I'm surprised to see Rexy still going around on the mediums. Is he coming in? There we go. So he's bitten at the same time as Zoo has. Zoo and Rexy into the pits.
I think he was waiting for that, trying to get that undercut.
Yeah, trying to just ensure...
jump him in the pits.
Yeah, Rexy with the noticeably